Welcome back to ABC General Hospital channel. Today, we're diving deep into the unfolding chaos and drama in Port Charles, where secrets are bubbling to the surface, relationships are being tested, and high-stakes confrontations are shaking the lives of our favorite characters. Buckle up, because this is going to be an emotional roller coaster of epic proportions. Let's unpack everything that's happening this week. A fiery catastrophe, Sonny's penthouse explosion. Let's start with the shocking event that has Port Charles reeling, an unexpected explosion at Sonny Corinthos' penthouse. The incident occurred during a pivotal conversation between Sonny and Michael Corinthos about the escalating custody battle with Willow. Flames erupted suddenly, engulfing the space and leaving Michael trapped in the inferno. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, but the extent of the damage and Michael's condition remain unknown. Was this an intentional attack targeting Sonny by one of his many rivals, or a tragic accident linked to his secretive dealings? The explosion could mark a turning point for Sonny, who has been grappling with his health issues and rethinking his role as the mob boss. Known for his resilience, Sonny must now confront the vulnerability of his position and the dangers it brings to those around him. The fiery destruction of his penthouse might symbolize the crumbling foundation of his empire and his need to choose a new path before it's too late. Michael's burden, secrets, guilt, and fatherhood. Michael Corinthos has been navigating a storm of emotions lately. The weight of his secret one-night stand with Sasha Gilmore Corbin is heavy enough, but now the resulting pregnancy has thrown his life into further turmoil. Before the explosion, Michael had sought guidance from Diane Miller in his custody fight against Willow Corinthos. Diane's sharp legal mind suggested leveraging Willow's unauthorized trip to Washington with Wiley to gain an advantage, but Michael's own secrets threatened to derail his case. The guilt gnawing at Michael's conscience reflects his internal battle. Does he risk exposing the truth to ensure fairness in court, or keep it hidden and risk losing everything? His reluctance to share his indiscretion with Sasha highlights his fear of the potential fallout not just legally, but personally, as it could tarnish his reputation and damage his relationships with those he loves. Carly's fury and Jason's steady guidance. As the Corinthos family grapples with this crisis, Carly Spencer has taken center stage with her fiery reactions. During a heated exchange with Jason Morgan, Carly unleashed her frustration, declaring that Willow has lost her damn mind. Carly's protective instincts for Michael and her grandchildren drive her emotions, but Jason's calm demeanor provides a stark contrast. He urges Carly to remain composed and avoid adding fuel to an already volatile situation. Jason's role as the voice of reason highlights his evolving priorities. With Sam McCall gone, Jason is more focused than ever on being a present father to Danny Morgan. This shift in focus underscores his reluctance to re-enter the mob world, even as Sonny considers stepping back and asks Jason to take on more responsibilities. Willow's inner struggles. Meanwhile, Willow Corinthos finds herself drowning in a sea of guilt and uncertainty. Michael's decision to send her legal documents regarding the custody of their children has left her distraught. The move feels like a betrayal, amplifying her regret over her choices and her fears of losing Wiley and Amelia. Willow's emotional state is further complicated by her involvement with Drew Curtermain. Their growing closeness has made her the subject of whispers throughout Port Charles, and her actions have put her in a precarious position. As she faces mounting pressure from all sides, Willow must confront the consequences of her decisions and find a way to navigate the storm without losing everything she holds dear. Josslyn's quest for justice. In the midst of these personal dramas, Josslyn Jax is embarking on a dangerous mission of her own. Driven by grief and anger over Dex Heller's death, Josslyn has vowed to uncover the truth and see justice served. Her determination is unwavering, but her methods could put her in harm's way. Josslyn's discovery of a key clue, perhaps related to Dex's autopsy or a personal memento, has reignited her resolve. Her conversation with Trina Robinson reveals the depth of her anguish and her willingness to do whatever it takes to hold Dex's killer accountable. However, her pursuit of justice risks crossing into dangerous territory, leaving viewers to wonder whether she'll achieve her goal or become a victim herself. Portia's stand against Cyrus. At General Hospital, tensions are boiling over as Portia Robinson takes a bold stand against Cyrus Renaud. Following a series of suspicious incidents, including digitalis overdoses, Portia has decided that Cyrus is no longer welcome at GH. Her decision is fueled by both professional concerns and personal history, as Cyrus' presence stirs painful memories and fears. Cyrus, of course, doesn't take kindly to being banned. His defiance sets the stage for a potential showdown that could escalate into something far more dangerous. Portia's bravery in confronting Cyrus highlights her commitment to protecting her patients and her family, but it also puts her squarely in his crosshairs. Charlotte's decision and Valentine's predicament. Back in Prague, the drama continues to unfold as Charlotte Cassadine makes a pivotal decision. After a harrowing encounter that included a sniper's bullet shattering the tension, Charlotte seems poised to return to Port Charles with Lulu Spencer. Valentine Cassadine, however, remains resistant to the idea, clinging to his belief that staying on the run is the only way to keep Charlotte safe. This tense standoff between Lulu, Dante Falconeri, and Valentine underscores the high stakes involved. Charlotte's choice to go home could be the catalyst for a larger confrontation, as Valentine must decide whether to honor her wishes or stick to his own plans. Brennan's schemes and Sasha's confession. Meanwhile, Jack Brennan's shadowy dealings take center stage. Following Colette Gerard's failed attempt to eliminate Valentine, Brennan assures her that they'll get another opportunity. His manipulative tactics and unwavering confidence make him a formidable adversary, and his plans are bound to intersect with the lives of other Port Charles residents. On a more personal note, Sasha Gilmore Corbin opens up to Felicia Scorpio about her plans to leave town and possibly her pregnancy. Sasha's vulnerability in this moment highlights her internal conflict as she navigates her complicated relationship with Michael and her desire to protect her child from the chaos surrounding them. Next, we're diving into the ever-escalating drama in Port Charles and Prague, with emotions running high, relationships tested, and secrets threatening to unravel. Get ready for an extended deep dive into the intricacies of Sasha's choices, Valentine's sacrifices, and the fiery confrontations between Lulu and Dante. This is a saga that's only beginning to unfold, so let's get started. A mother's anguish and a partner's defense, Lulu and Dante clash in Prague. In the heart of Prague, a confrontation that has been simmering for weeks finally reaches a boiling point. Lulu Spencer, emotionally raw and deeply frustrated, unleashes her fury on Dante Falconeri in their cramped hotel room. Her voice trembles with anger as she accuses him of undermining her carefully planned attempt to reconnect with her daughter, Charlotte. For Lulu, the stakes couldn't be higher. This was her chance to prove to Charlotte that she could be trusted, and now she feels it has all been shattered. Dante, however, refuses to stand by silently. He argues passionately that his actions were driven by concern for her safety. "Do you think Valentine would let you walk away with Charlotte?" he asks, his tone both exasperated and concerned. But Lulu is unrelenting. To her, Dante's presence has done more harm than good, and she questions whether he truly understands the delicate balance she was trying to maintain. Their argument takes a dramatic turn as they reflect on the sniper attack that nearly took Valentine's life. Lulu insists the shooter must have followed Dante, but he counters with logic she can't ignore. Dante points out that the sniper couldn't have tracked him, he arrived mere moments before the shot was fired. "They followed you," Dante says, his voice firm yet empathetic. "You've been moving all over Prague, leaving breadcrumbs for anyone watching." This moment reveals the deep fractures in their partnership. While they share the same goal, protecting Charlotte, their methods and perspectives couldn't be more different. The tension between them crackles like static electricity, setting the stage for more turmoil ahead. A father's dilemma, Valentine and Charlotte's emotional conversation. Not far from the chaos in the hotel, Valentine, Cassidy, and Charlotte sit in a parked car, their breaths visible in the chilly Prague air. The atmosphere inside the vehicle is heavy with unspoken fears and guilt. Charlotte, visibly shaken, asks her father if he's truly unhurt. Valentine, ever the protective parent, reassures her, though his own anxieties are barely concealed beneath his calm exterior. Charlotte's guilt spills over as she blames herself for the sniper attack, convinced that her decision to contact her mother and Rocco has put them all in danger. Valentine gently takes her hand, his voice a mix of tenderness and regret. "This is not your fault," he insists. He explains that his enemies are always watching, always waiting, and that the danger they're in is entirely on him. For the first time, Valentine admits the depth of his mistakes. He confesses that asking Charlotte to live on the run was never fair. "You're a child," he says, his voice breaking slightly. "You shouldn't have to live like this." His acknowledgement of her needs over his own survival instincts is a poignant moment, underscoring the love he has for his daughter. Finally, he offers her a choice, to return to Port Charles with her mother if that's what she wants. Charlotte's response is hesitant, her love for her father conflicting with her longing for a sense of normalcy. This conversation is a turning point, not just for Charlotte, but for Valentine as well, as he grapples with the consequences of his actions. Michael and Sasha, a crossroads of love and responsibility. Back in Port Charles, Michael Corinthos and Sasha Gilmore sit across from each other in Michael's office, the air between them thick with unresolved tension. Sasha has just revealed her plan to leave town, and Michael is doing everything in his power to convince her to stay. His arguments are logical, even heartfelt. He points out the advantages of staying in Port Charles: proximity to family, a support system for the baby, and the stability they can provide together, even if they aren't a couple. Sasha listens intently but remains conflicted. She voices her fears about the repercussions of her decision. How will the Quartermaines react? What will this mean for Michael's already strained marriage to Willow? Her concerns are valid, and the weight of secrecy looms large over their conversation. Michael, however, assures her that he will handle the fallout, urging her to think of the baby's future above all else. In a surprising moment of vulnerability, Sasha admits, "If I had to face this situation with anyone, I'm glad it's you." Her words are both a confession and an olive branch, a recognition of the trust and respect they share. Michael reciprocates, expressing his gratitude that she's chosen to stay. Their conversation ends on a hopeful note, but the complexities of their situation are far from resolved. The sniper attack, a catalyst for change. The sniper attack in Prague serves as a stark reminder of the high stakes everyone involved is facing. The mystery surrounding the shooter's identity and motives adds a layer of suspense to an already tense narrative. For Valentine, the attack underscores the dangers of his lifestyle and the lengths his enemies will go to. For Lulu and Dante, it's a wake-up call about the risks of their mission and the potential consequences of their actions. As the dust settles, questions linger. Who ordered the hit on Valentine? Was it one of his many enemies, or is there a deeper conspiracy at play? The answers to these questions will undoubtedly have far-reaching implications for everyone involved. Port Charles awaits, new challenges and unexpected alliances. Back in Port Charles, the ripple effects of these dramatic events are beginning to take shape. Sasha's decision to stay will undoubtedly complicate Michael's already delicate relationship with Willow. Will the truth about the baby come to light, and if so, how will it impact the Quartermaine family? Meanwhile, Valentine's potential return to Port Charles could ignite a firestorm of drama, especially if Charlotte chooses to stay with her mother. At the same time, the unresolved tensions between Lulu and Dante threaten to spill over, adding another layer of complexity to an already tangled web of relationships. Their shared mission to protect Charlotte may bring them closer together, but the personal conflicts they face could just as easily drive them apart. Next. We're diving into some heated drama, personal revelations, and the emotional crossroads that many of our favorite Port Charles residents are facing. From Nina's fury and Michael's legal maneuvers to Sasha's heartwarming yet complicated journey into motherhood, this episode is packed with twists, turns, and moments of profound realization. Let's get started. Felicia steps up for Sasha, a friendship built on trust. Sasha sits with Felicia at the hospital, her emotions a blend of nerves and excitement as she shares the life-changing news of her pregnancy. Felicia, ever the empathetic confidant, listens intently, her eyes softening with understanding. Sasha admits, with a trembling voice, that Cody is not the father of her child and that she plans to raise the baby on her own. The courage it takes for Sasha to declare her independence resonates deeply, and Felicia reassures her that she's not truly alone. Support comes in many forms, Felicia reminds Sasha, encouraging her to lean on her chosen family in Port Charles. Felicia's genuine offer to act as Sasha's emergency contact for the farm highlights the strength of their bond. This small yet meaningful gesture solidifies their relationship, showing that even in her toughest moments, Sasha has people in her corner. Felicia's gentle suggestion to involve her parents and to rely on Maxie's support adds layers of warmth to an otherwise daunting situation. Sasha nods, promising to consider Felicia's advice. A new chapter for Sasha, navigating motherhood alone. After her conversation with Felicia, Sasha reflects on the journey ahead. The weight of raising a child alone is daunting, but her determination to provide a loving and stable environment shines through. As she schedules her appointment with Dr. Navarro, Sasha learns about updates to the hospital's prenatal care, a subtle reminder of the changes happening both within her and around her. Despite her trepidation, Sasha's resolve remains unshaken. This baby is a blessing, she tells herself, a mixture of hope and resolve coloring her voice. Felicia's parting words echo in her mind, "You're not alone." It's clear that Sasha is on the cusp of a transformative chapter in her life, one that promises challenges but also immense rewards. Michael's strategic move, the custody battle intensifies. Meanwhile, in Michael's office, the tension is palpable. He stares at his phone, the image of Drew and Willow in Washington, D.C., alongside Wiley, igniting a spark of anger and frustration. Michael's thoughts swirl with questions and strategies. Could this be the leverage he needs in his custody battle with Willow? Picking up the phone, Michael calls Diane, his trusted legal advisor. "Can we use this against her?" he asks, his tone sharp with urgency. Michael's focus shifts to the implications of Willow taking Wiley out of town without his consent. The custody battle isn't just about legalities, it's about protecting his relationship with his son and ensuring Wiley's stability. Diane, ever pragmatic, listens carefully. Her voice, calm yet firm, offers reassurance that they have a case. However, she warns Michael to tread carefully. Every move in a custody battle has consequences, especially when emotions run high. Michael's determination to safeguard his role as a father is unwavering, but the challenges ahead promise to test his resolve. Nina's inner turmoil, anger, regret, and unresolved feelings. At Curtis' office, Nina's frustration spills out in a torrent of words. She vents about Drew's decision to whisk Willow and Wiley away to Washington, D.C., making his intentions all too clear. "He's blowing up Willow's life," Nina exclaims, her voice tinged with anger and a trace of regret. Curtis listens patiently, offering his perspective with the wisdom of someone who's seen his fair share of turmoil. Curtis, ever the voice of reason, suggests that Nina's anger may stem from more than just Drew's actions. "You were a key part of getting him elected," Curtis points out, his words hitting a nerve. Nina bristles at the suggestion but doesn't deny it outright. Curtis continues, gently but firmly, urging Nina to re-evaluate how she approaches the situation. "People change," he says, a hint of sadness in his tone. "We have to deal with them as they are, not as we wish they were." Nina's internal struggle is palpable. While she's furious with Drew, part of her grapples with the role she played in his rise to power. Her feelings are a tangled web of regret, anger, and a lingering sense of responsibility. Curtis' words leave her with much to ponder, setting the stage for introspection and, perhaps, a path toward resolution. Curtis' insight, a friend's tough love. Curtis' advice to Nina is more than just words, it's a reflection of his own experiences and growth. He understands the complexities of human relationships and the weight of past decisions. His ability to offer support without sugarcoating the truth is a testament to his strength as a friend and confidant. As Nina processes his words, Curtis emphasizes the importance of moving forward. Drew's actions are his own, he reminds her. But how you respond is entirely up to you. This moment underscores the depth of their friendship and Curtis' unwavering belief in Nina's ability to rise above the chaos. Thank you for tuning in to ABC General Hospital channel. Today's episode was packed with emotional revelations, strategic maneuvers, and powerful moments of connection. What do you think of Sasha's brave decision, Michael's custody battle, and Nina's emotional turmoil? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns of all the drama in Port Charles. See you next time.